Recently, Diddy's shadiest and dirtiest secrets have been exposed to the world, and this time, Keefe D dropped some major bombshells, which involved none other than the iconic music mogul Diddy. The rumors are going around that Diddy allegedly offered Keefe D a jaw-dropping $1 million to carry out a hit on the legendary Tupac Shakur and even the infamous Suge Knight.
Like I said, when he said, "Bet you need Keefe D getting locked up for Tupac murder?" And I said, he need to be right in handcuffs with me for Biggie murder, because I know he had his hands in that shit.
Keefe D, they say, turned down the jaw-dropping offer. Such a revelation's implications send shockwaves through the entire world. People can't stop talking about it. Everyone's wondering what kind of crazy game is being played behind the scenes in the music industry. This South Gang member is making some shocking admissions, claiming that he was right in the thick of that fateful incident for a mind-blowing cash reward of $1 million.
Everybody know the beef they had. I mean, with Death Row and being the mob and Southside with Crips and all of that. I just, you just have to say that with situations like that, in my opinion, like, you just gotta watch it.
But wait, here's the twist in the story. Despite his claims, it turns out Keefe D didn't actually get a single dime of that promised moolah. The drama just keeps going, and the truth is becoming slippery. Keefe D's story doesn't end there. He's revealing that when his place got invaded, he spilled the beans to none other than Puffy himself, saying that his ammunition was running low because someone swiped their weapons. According to that hot-off-the-press warrant exclusively attained by NBC News on Thursday, the police were on the hunt for laptops and all kinds of electronic devices, like they're determined to find the missing puzzle pieces to this decades-old case. Davis has been vocal about his supposed involvement over the years, and his affiliation with the Southside Compton Crips street gang has tongues wagging and heads spinning. Davis was allegedly one of the 4 people in the suspect vehicle when the fatal drive-by shooting took place in Las Vegas. And who's the alleged shooter? Well, it's none other than Orlando Anderson, Davis's own nephew. But here's the twist. Dave initially denied any connection to the crime. However, the police in both Los Angeles and Las Vegas had their eyes on him, and he eventually spilled some spicy details about the case. Reggie is drawing attention to himself again, and this time he's defending himself against wild theories about Suge Knight and Tupac. He's slamming those who believe he or Suge had anything to do with Tupac's tragic demise. He's raising eyebrows with his remarks about Diddy being indirectly linked to Tupac's murder. According to the grapevine, the notorious B.I.G.'s murder case might be getting a fresh look thanks to a former FBI agent named Phil Carson.
Pull off that murder and that shooting outside of the Peterson with all those people around, and normally you would have so many uniformed police officers in an event like that to try to coordinate everything.
This guy, who apparently was the Lone Ranger investigating the case, is making waves by claiming that Biggie's demise was no random act. He's alleging that a hitman, with a helping hand from a couple shady LAPD officers, might have been the puppeteer behind the scenes. Carson is spilling the beans in a podcast called The Dossier, promising to expose untold secrets and maybe even push for reopening his original investigation. He's throwing some serious shade at the City of Angels, suggesting that they swept everything under the rug to save themselves from a whopping $500 million payout to Biggie's family. Carson's apparently dishing all the dirt on LAPD's dirty dealings, claiming that they tampered with evidence and played a dangerous game of cover-up. It's like a real-life crime drama playing out in the palm of our hands. Apparently, he stumbled upon incriminating snapshots of 2 allegedly crooked cops at the Peterson Museum on that fateful night Biggie met his doom. It's like a twisted art heist, but with bullets instead of brushes. And buckle up, because it's not all sunshine and roses for Carson. As soon as he started unraveling the threads of this mystery, the powers that be launched a full-scale assault on his credibility. Lawyers for the City of Angels, who were, surprise, surprise, being sued by Biggie's mom, put a muzzle on him faster than you can say conspiracy. Don Sikorsky, the filmmaker orchestrating this jaw-dropping expose, is serving up piping hot tea that's making heads spin. It's like a bomb ready to explode. He's raising some serious questions about the LAPD's motives and their shady dance around the truth. Sikorsky's podcast shines a spotlight on the dark corners of this case, which were conveniently swept under the rug. Carson's dishing out the dirt on the lengths that the LAPD went to keep things quiet, and it's got everyone on the edge of their seats. And seriously, folks, It's a plot twist for the ages. Sikorsky is unapologetically questioning the LAPD's every move, like a detective unraveling a web of lies. He's daring to ask the question that's been on everyone's minds. Why on earth did they throw roadblocks and obstacles in the path of an FBI agent just trying to piece together the puzzle? Can you believe it's been almost 30 years since we lost the legendary Tupac and Biggie in such a short span of time? Hold on, because there's a new chapter unfolding. Brace yourself for some spine-tingling updates. On July 18th, 2023, the Las Vegas police decided to dive back into the Tupac mystery with a search warrant. It's like they're stirring the pot all over again. And guess what? They're connecting the dots to Biggie's unsolved case too. It's like the ultimate crossover episode, where the unexpected twists are leaving everyone's head spinning. But hold on to your hats, because this isn't just about cold cases getting a fresh look. Detective Greg Carding, the unsung hero of this hip-hop soap opera, found himself knee-deep in the whirlwind when he reopened Biggie's case in 2006. He unveiled a bombshell. He's claiming that the one and only Puff Daddy himself had a vendetta against Tupac and Suge Knight.
Warrant nearly 27 years after that infamous night, but he's happy it's happening, and he says he hopes it'll bring some more closure to the case.
I didn't think there'd ever be any more steps taken in this case. It's 27 years old.
And get this, Carding is dropping some major allegations about Puff Daddy's supposed gang ties and a sinister plan involving Keefe D. Davis. But wait, it turns out that Tupac's assailant, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, might not have been the original hitman. Keefe's own kin stepped in when they mistakenly approached the wrong side of Tupac's ride, leaving death in their wake. The task was to leave Tupac dead and Suge Knight injured. If you think being friends with Diddy is any good, then remember what Jaguar Wright said about him. She claimed that Andre Harrell and Heavy D died of heart attacks just before they had something on Diddy. According to Kim Porter, Andre Harrell's longtime assistant, the initial report was homicide. However, she immediately shifts viewers' focus to the near-death experience. Now that's where things get messier. Jaguar Wright claimed that 3 of the 4 were working on novels at the time of their deaths. People on social media have been claiming Diddy sacrificed Kim. Jason Wright has also rekindled a common rumor about Diddy, claiming Diddy kills anyone who tries to disclose his dark secrets. People still wonder if there's any truth to the rumors that Diddy had a hand in Kim's death. Did he truly give her up? While some may question the credibility of 50 Cent's claims, it's hard to ignore the fact that Diddy's been digging his own grave for years with a history of alleged abuse that could fill a spreadsheet from the White House down to Connecticut. Peeking into the past brings us to a chilling disclosure about Diddy's dark side, harking back to the early 90s, circa 1991. He's been facing lawsuits filed by Cassie, his ex-girlfriend. Now forget Cassie. Let's spotlight a little more toxic chapter in Diddy's already toxic persona involving a woman named Joy Dickerson Neal. As a college student, and Diddy still just a budding talent agent, Joy made a damning claim against him. She alleges that during a date, Diddy spiked her drink, leaving her incapacitated when he drove her to his music studio. In a problematic turn of events, Diddy reportedly assaulted her during this vulnerable state. The shock doesn't end there. As it turns out, he not only committed the assault, but filmed the heinous act, going as far to share the footage with 2 of his associates. The source of this news is none other than Devontae Swing, a member of the R&B group who allegedly disclosed these unsettling details to Joy. So how will Diddy's past actions resurface in the era of videos and sex tapes, especially when the individuals involved are still alive and the accounts are documented? The question of why the lady involved in Diddy's dark past didn't immediately go to the police when the assault occurred is hauntingly answered by a simple yet profound truth: shame and the fear of losing out on a promised record deal. This news opens a painful chapter into Diddy's manipulative tactics, drawing a chilling link through the 90s, the creation of Bad Boy Records, its rise to dominance, and ultimately leading up to Cassie. It appears that Diddy consistently used promises of record deals as a sinister tool to control predominantly female artists he sought to assault. This pattern becomes evident when considering Cassie's case, an unprecedented 10-year album deal from the outset, a move calculated to secure her under his influence.
I pray for her protection as well, because there's a history in the music industry in hip hop where when women speak out about the violence against them, the industry does not support them. We saw that with Megan Thee Stallion.
In her lawsuit, she detailed numerous explicit accounts of brutal abuse, asserting that Combs frequently assaulted her and physically harmed her, resulting in visible injuries such as black eyes, bruises, and bleeding. Ventura further accused him of sexual assault and rape, contending that several of these assaults were observed by Combs' devoted associates, who failed to intervene effectively to halt the violence. So what do you think? Will Diddy ever go down for his deed?